There we go. All right, now we're recording. Perfect. But anyways, with New Coach Prep School, I never take anyone out of there. So if you are in there and you want to excuse yourself, that's totally fine. I don't take offense to it by any means. I just want you to know like that information is always going to be there. I might do some new videos this summer when I have more time. I did the videos before and I felt like they covered everything that coaches need for like just a strong foundation. And then these calls, I kind of want to like help you get your business moving, if that makes sense. So Sabrina, I know you like just signed up today, so it's kind of like jump starting you. Just like take it all in and everything. And if you have questions and stuff, totally just ask. So, I had questions about this, and so I wanted to cover kind of like the whole PV and just talk about that businessy thing really quick. So I did a video in the New Coach Prep School about this, about what it means to be active as a coach, how much PV you actually need. As a working coach, you want to have 90 PV going through your account every 5 weeks. And so basically what that means is like Shakeology or Beach Bars or Performance Line or whatever it is, just because of the fact that if you have 90 PV going through your account, you are always going to be active. And then once you hit Success Club, which I'm going to talk about in a second, Beachbody actually sends you free people, which is pretty cool. So Karina is one of our coaches on our team. Beachbody sent her to me for free, and like she ended up coaching, and now she's like one of our rock stars. So that's just kind of like something that Beachbody does for you. And then obviously, like if you have 90 PV, that's helping your legs cycle more, which I'll talk about with like Emerald and stuff too. So 50 PV is enough for each person underneath of you to be active. If they're not a working coach, so your spouse, your mom, Jessica down the street, whatever, if they purchase a challenge pack from you and next month they just want Recover, or maybe they just want a couple packs of Beach Bars. Like my mom gets 2 packs of Beach Bars every single month. That's 50 PV. That's enough for her to be active. She doesn't actually work the business, but she likes getting the discount, and my dad eats like half the bars anyways. So 50 PV for people who do not work the business, 90 for those of you guys on this call, because when you hit Success Club, you help our team, so you want to make sure that you have 90 PV. So the good thing is that once I started coaching, I literally have never paid for my product since. Like it comes out of my card, but like if you help 5 people every single month, pays for all of your stuff, and then like next month's stuff, and then it adds to your volume, and it just all kind of like keeps going. So initially, like I've been coaching for free for 3.5 years. So that's like kind of an incentive, I guess. But so an active coach, there's 2 differences between this. So like my mom is an active coach because she has 50 PV going through this. Sabrina is a working coach. That means like she's active and she's like working the business. So when you are building yourself to Emerald, to Diamond, to different ranks in the business, you want to have active people underneath of you, but that doesn't mean that they're all working the business. That would be super awesome, but sometimes it's just like a discount coach, if you will. So there's just kind of a difference between like people on this call and my mom at home watching like Bachelorette rerun or something. Like there's just 2 different, things. So you are an active coach, so you're actively working the business, you're posting on social media, inviting, reaching out, following up, doing you, like showing up for yourself. So just being aware of like 50 PV versus 90 PV. And what PV stands for is personal volume. So like your personal orders. So when I accidentally order like leggings underneath my mom, like that's PV that like goes through her account. So just know that you can get PV from really anywhere. For my husband's account, for a while I was just ordering clothes until I figured it out. So then I like started ordering product, but you can get PV from pretty much anything in the back office or in the shop. So okay, so why is it super important? I already covered a lot of this, but we're going to talk more about Emerald tonight, just because a lot of you are already, either you were coaches before, or maybe you kind of like have been through Coach Prep School, or you're like, girl, I'm ready to do this. Like, let's do this. So 50 PV, again, remember that's just for an active coach. 90 PV and having Beachbody On Demand gets you free leads from Beachbody. It gets you volume. It helps you build yourself to Emerald. And actually, I have Emerald. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have it on this board. So basically, I'm going to use Melissa for an example, because she just signed up as a coach, and she signed her spouse up and her mom up tonight. And so she will be Emerald tomorrow. So what she did was her hubby just did like the coach fee, and then she wanted like beach bars or something. So he just ordered beach bars. And then her mom wanted, she did the coach and then maybe got like recover or something under her mom. So you can actually run U+2, which is awesome, as long as they're a parent, spouse, or a child. So like obviously my card's on Erin's account. My mom actually pays for her own stuff just because she actually uses it, and so does my sister. But that's obviously like an option for you. But building to Emerald, it helps you cycle. There's an Emerald video in the Coach Prep School that explains it way better than I will ever explain it. But basically, if you just think about like every single month, you signing people up with challenge packs or with Beachbody On Demand or with containers or anything that they purchase underneath of you has PV attached to it. And all of it goes into like this big giant mason jar. And on Thursday, so tonight or tomorrow, basically, you get to take out all of that volume out of your mason jar. Like you get to dump all of it out if you're an Emerald coach. If you're not, you get to like burn the mason jar pretty much. Like that's kind of what it is. So like if you're an Emerald coach, you get to like bank on the stuff that's in your mason jar. If you're not an Emerald coach, you pretty much are just like throwing it over your shoulder and forgetting about it. So that's why coaches push you to get to Emerald as quick as you can, because it helps you to cycle on volume. And obviously like that's free money. So that's pretty awesome. Also, I needed to talk about this. So when you are helping people get set up, the easiest way for me to explain it to you is just saying like, help them get started the exact same way you did. Because 9 times out of 10, all of you guys started with a challenge pack. So like even with like Sabrina, she wanted to get some beach bars. Like we found a way to get you started with that challenge pack just so you understand like this is the entire pack. And then, you know, you kind of go from there. So that's just the easiest way to help other people. Obviously their goals come first, whether it's fitness, whether it's nutrition, whether it's just like a, you know, snack beach bar to kind of put in there, whether it's workouts. But honestly, 9 times out of 10, that challenge pack, that fitness bundle is really going to help people get started. And if you help 5 people sign up the way you did as a discount coach, Beachbody also gives you like a $100 bonus. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so Emerald. So it's basically you and then a person on your left leg, person on your right leg. I'm not going to explain legs and like get you super confused, but you're a person, you have a left leg and you have a right leg. Today I signed up Sabrina, she went on my right leg. Tomorrow I'm going to sign up Susie, she'll go on my left leg. And I have control over which leg goes where. It's all in the back office, it's all in a video, but if you need help, just ask your coach. It's literally just 2 clicks, like that's it. But basically for Emerald, so every Wednesday night, you get to dump out your mason jar, and it goes at a 2-to-1 ratio. So 200 to 100. So let's say, today I signed up Sabrina and Sarah, and then I signed up Susie on my other leg. So I have 200 and 100. So I get to cycle 1 time tomorrow as an Emerald coach, and I get $14 just on cycling. Now the cool thing is everybody who signed up has signed up under other people. So if you think about it as like a ladder, so like I signed up, I signed my hubby up, and then like my best friend signed up, and then I signed up a couple of other coworkers, and they're all in this ladder. So once you get placed on the ladder, everyone below you has to go up to you. So like if you're carrying up like water to like put out a fire or something, like that bucket has to go all the way to the top. And so every single person that signed up after you get all of their volume from them too, which is pretty cool. So imagine instead of a 2-to-1 ratio, now you get to cycle instead of just once, now you get to cycle a couple of times, like 3, 4, 5 times. And you're like, cool, I get to cycle. I just made like a couple $100 on just cycling alone. You also get commission. You also get, you know, fast start bonuses, but I just want to kind of like talk about that cycling piece. It's all in the back office, but really the key is to find other badasses just like you are. Like I literally, once I find somebody that I am absolutely like, holy crap, she needs to be on our team, I literally like bug the crap out of them until they tell me either yes or like to go away. Like Sabrina, I bugged her for like, we were just talking about this, I literally bugged her for like a year. She's like, you have my email from like a year ago. Like you just find somebody and you're like, I am not like in a weird way, but like I'm attracted to this person because of their energy, because of their passion, because, you know, maybe they love fitness, maybe they love helping people, maybe they're also a dog mom, maybe they're also a nurse, maybe they're also a teacher, whatever it is, you like find your person. And those people, you want to go and look for those people. Along the way, you're going to find clients who don't want to work the business, but want to go on a fitness journey. They can still sign up as a discount coach. I always offer the discount to them because of the fact that like I like to save money. I'm a big like saver, and so I want other people to be the exact same way. So basically it's just building your legs, and Emerald is one on your left and one on your right leg, and that's it. And that gets you cycling, that gets you going. That's the first rank in the business. Once you hit Ruby, that's having 3 people on your left and 3 people on your right. One of those people is their own Emerald coach, and then the other one is their own Emerald, and that's $16, and then Diamond and Star Diamond and so on. So how do I get there? Talk to me about it. Like, give me some tips. Basically, when I first started, I signed up my spouse. I was like, hey, you're going to be a Beachbody coach. He's like, no. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get Shakeology underneath of myself, and then I get the Performance line underneath of my husband. I want both products, but if I put it under my husband, when I first signed him up, I got commission and I got volume. Every month I get volume from him, and I'm using the product. So it's kind of nice, I guess. When my mom orders stuff, like it's kind of like when you were selling like Girl Scout cookies and your mom's always like, yeah, I'll buy 10 boxes so you can meet your goal. Like it's kind of that same thing, except for like she orders them every month now. But still, like you understand what I'm saying. Like if you find 2 people who are willing to support you, and remember, you can run U+2. You can run your spouse's account. You can run your parents' account. Or if you're older and you have a child over 18, which I do not, so like I didn't have that choice. So I signed my spouse up right away, and then my cousin actually wanted to be one of my clients, and she signed up as a discount coach, and that's how I got to Emerald. If I would have known what I know right now, I would have signed my husband and my mom up, the first 2 people, or my husband and my dad, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's all the options I have. I don't really have 8 parents. But like literally, if I would have known what I know right now, that's what I would have done. Because when you start to build your business, my husband is a 1-star diamond coach. So I've built his business. He had a rockstar coach underneath of him, and now he is a 1-star diamond coach. You know, and on the other leg, I don't have anything because I didn't know what I know right now. So if you have the possibility of signing your spouse and getting Beach Bars, getting Recover, getting Recharge, whatever you want to use, order it under your husband, but make sure you still have volume going through your account, obviously. But the other option, like for my parents, basically I was like, hey mom, will you buy 2 packs of Beach Bars because I need you like as a discount coach? She's like, sure. And she's like, I'm not gonna eat the bars. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. So I used to pay her $50 like in cash for the bars, because I was like, I'll eat them, but I'll pay you for them, until my dad found out that they were really good, and then now my dad eats them. So now I have to order my own Beach Bars. So that's definitely an option, unless you have like a best friend. Maybe you have like a dirt friend who you're like, if I don't even know, you could sell dirt to them. I'm just thinking like Cardi B was in Des Moines, and I was literally like, oh my God, I want to go. Like I had 5 people I was going to call right away and be like, I'm going. Are you coming with me? Like those 5 people are who you should be talking to tonight, like today. Obviously, like, you know, either your spouse or a best friend, or, you know, you have like that list of your girls. You know, now my girls are like my Beachbody coaches, so it doesn't necessarily help me a lot. But when I first started, my close friends were people who were in my wedding, or people I coached with, or people I taught with, or something like that. So you can always find or reach out to your best friend. One of my coaches was a girl that I literally played Little League with, and she was in my wedding, and we're still best friends, and she was one of my coaches. So that's always an option too. I said this before, but everyone just sign them up with a discount. I mean, because honestly, if they want to continue next month, they get to save 25% off. If they don't, they cancel. Like either way, it's saving them money. And obviously it's helping you and your business and things like that too. So it's kind of like a win-win, I guess. But really, to hit Emerald, like I'll even use Melissa for an example. I think she hit it in like 20 minutes. She was like, I'm signing up my spouse. What does he need? I'm signing up my mom. What does she need? Like sometimes it's just a decision. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But the really cool thing is if you can find 2 other badass coaches just like you to sign up underneath of you, like more power to you, sister. Okay, so questions really quick on Emerald in general, just on like hitting it, or questions on like signing people up or spouses. I know I had a couple people ask questions today about like signing their spouse up with different options and stuff. Asking your coach obviously is like the best thing because they can really help you, but does anyone have, before I keep going, otherwise I like talk forever. Everybody okay? So Wednesday night, like, is that tonight? Tonight is Wednesday. So Wednesday night, like before you go to bed, tomorrow when you wake up, that's like your Monday for Beachbody. So we start over every Thursday. Okay, so how can you get to Emerald and beyond, to Success Club, to helping people? Because I feel like as coaches, we're like, yeah, I'm ready to coach. I'm so excited. And then they're like, well, shit, now what do I do? Okay, work out, share your journey, like invite people. Well, what do I do? Like sometimes you just overcomplicate it. So I just want to make it super easy. What I did was I started on Instagram. I didn't use any hashtags. I didn't use any like weird filters or anything. I literally just went to Instagram. I put a picture up there. I crafted my post. I copied it and I went to Facebook and I used the same exact picture and I pasted it on Facebook. So I literally had the same exact thing on Instagram and on Facebook, like same stuff. Maybe it was like an hour later. Maybe it was like 10 seconds later. I didn't care. I literally went to Instagram, copy pasted it, and then I went to Facebook and like made sure I had it on there. That's what I did for a year and a half of my business. I was so consistent, you guys. There's not one day. If you go back to September, I think it was like the 15th or something like that. Maybe it was like the 22nd. If you go back to September and you look at my posts, I did not miss one day. And I promise you that because I told myself if there's anything that I can control, it's me posting on my own social media page. I can't control being sick and not being able to work out. I can't control not eating because my husband doesn't get groceries, or I don't really know, whatever. I'm just making excuses. But anyway, that is literally something I knew I could control. So every single day I post at least once. If you do not post on social media, you're literally shooting yourself in the foot. Like, end of story. So if you're a brand new baby coach, what is the first thing that you can do? Go post on social media. Like Morgan, she's one of our newer coaches. She opened her Instagram page and she's been adding people and she's been posting like crazy and been on her Instagram stories, and she has 6 people ready to sign up with her because she's out there. Like I'm not saying she's like doing everything right or she's perfect. She's just out there. And some people like can't get away from you, so they join you. You know, it's like watch me or join me kind of thing. So pick one platform and then copy paste it to another one. So you're posting on 2. And if you see my stuff on Instagram and on Facebook and you're liking and commenting on both, like you should be joining me already. What's really cool though is you can see people on Facebook, Instagram stories, and Snapchat. They literally watch all 4 of my things and they ignore me every single day. Someday they will be on this team on a call. That is literally like being out there every single day, being consistent, because I know that they're waiting for me to quit. They're waiting for me to fall off. They're waiting for me to be too busy. They're waiting for me to fail. And I'm sitting here every day like, girl, it's not going to happen. So like that's why posting every single day, even if it's just once, is so important. That's why I do a posting calendar. That's why we talk about things happening this week, etc. So posting 2 to 3 times a day once you're comfortable. I literally post 2 times on Facebook and that's it, you guys. Like if I post 3 times, my 3rd post doesn't ever get any traction. Like it just doesn't. When I first started coaching, we had to post like 5 to 7 because Facebook just was like, whoever posted last was getting the most. So I post in the morning after my workout, and then I post sometime between 6 and 9. Different nights I pick different times because people are on social media at different times. And so that's what I do on Facebook, and that's the exact same thing I do on Instagram. Sometimes I post one more on Instagram just because I'm working on like my squares. But otherwise my Instagram stories is like blowing up. Okay, so 2 times a day, in the morning, at night. Pick 2 times, like talk about something, get it up there, post about it. I always say to talk about your 5 pillars, which basically is like, get rid of Beachbody. Okay. Because that's something that I have been trying to do, is to get rid of Beachbody Coach and talk about Mega Change, talk about my journey, talk about online health and fitness, and just really branding myself. So, when people see like fuzzy socks, when people see cereal, when people see headbands or Nike, like they think of me. That's what your job is. Like, what do you want people to like think of when they think of you? Like that's kind of what this is all about. It's not about going and sharing Beachbody's corporate photos. It's not about holding up this water bottle and taking a picture like To Be Mindset Beachbody. Like that's not what it's about. Yes, you can talk about being a Beachbody coach, like go for it. It's your job. But at the same time, like what makes Sabrina different? What makes Jennifer different? What makes Jody different than all of us on this call? Okay, so like be thinking about like what sets you apart. So like my 5 things I kind of just covered them. Like I love Nike. Obviously, like I rock the fuzzy socks. I do headbands and like scrunch my freaking nose apparently, and like all this other weird stuff. Like that's me. That's who I am. I do share a monthly calendar. It's in the team page, and it does say like May, and it tells you what's happening. And so I do that every single month, so you guys have an idea every week of what's going on. I try to do like a posting calendar. I did one for Wednesday through Sunday. If you want to use it, you definitely can. It's just ideas. You don't have to copy it, but like sometimes I'll sit here and be like, what should I talk about? And then I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I just think about something. I get most of my traction from like the weirdest or like the brightest or craziest photos. Like my wording could suck and I have so much traction because my photo is like the bomb, or my photo sucks and my wording is like the bomb and no one sees it. So like think about a magazine. When you're scrolling through a magazine, what makes you stop? Like a really hot guy? Okay, well, you can't be like that, so pick something else. Like scrolling through, like you see a really fit person, you see abs, you see color, you see a tan person, blonde people, like that's just things that like make me stop. Like bright colors or, something like that. So think about what makes you stop and like try to just recreate those photos. So I go to Pinterest and I look up different photo ideas and then I just recreate them. So if I want to do like a computer one and I'm like, I don't know how to take the picture or what pose to do, I literally go to Pinterest and I put like boss babe photo ideas and there's like 400 different ideas and I just recreate it. Like that's what I do. Have intentional wording. I'm bad at this sometimes. I talk way too much, obviously, because you're like, cool, you've been talking for 24 minutes. But like sometimes my story gets a little long. So what I do is I type it up and then I go back and cut out stuff that people don't really care about. If you want to check out some coaches who do a really good job at like really short posts, I can talk to you and like show you some different coaches, but basically they just like are short and to the point. There are some coaches who do longer posts and they're phenomenal and I love reading them. It's like a blog every day. So I try to vary mine. I try to do a longer one and a shorter one every day just to get different people. And then trying to have a call to action like 3 or 4 times a week. And so what does call to action mean? That just means like, drop your favorite emoji below if you're interested in details, or snag the link below, or catch the link in my bio, or tag a friend below or something. Like those are call to actions. You're asking them to do something. And then always think when you are posting, how can you get somebody to react to your post? How could you get somebody like to connect with your post? And how can you invite somebody from your post? Like just different ideas. So basically what I want them to do is scroll, like, or comment on my photo. I want them to either like drop a comment below. So then that way I can turn around and talk to them, if that makes sense. So I'm posting for people, I guess. Not just to post, just to post. Okay. This part, I've made it super simple, so I'm not going to cover this too much, but talking to them, like, what do you say? How do you say it, etc. I made this cool graphic. I broke it up into 4 pieces of how to talk to people about, like, just the fitness bundles in general, and you can use them and reword them and whatever else. And so I will share that graphic with you guys. But basically, you guys, if someone likes and comments on my stuff, like I'm in their inbox. That's my job as a coach, to reach out and say like, girl, I appreciate you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I do not have time to go like and comment on a bunch of people's stuff because I'm working my freaking business. So when people like and comment on my stuff, yeah, I'm bugging you and I'm in your inbox because I actually appreciate what you're doing and I want you to know that. And so I might invite you because you liked or commented on my stuff, because you took the time to do that. And I appreciate you enough that I want to pay this gift forward to you. That's how I look at it as. If you're watching my Instagram stories and I see that you're always at the top, that means you're like my frequent creeper. I will bug you all the time. The people at the bottom of your stories are the people who are just like new to your story. So if you want to use that in your back pocket, like the first 20, 50 people are people who are pretty genuine and they usually check your stories all the time. The bottom, 50 to 1,000 people, whatever, are usually like your newer people. So if you want to like change your invites and stuff that way, but I do invite people who watch my stories because again, I literally don't watch anyone's stories. And if I do, and like, it's like Karina or Jen or something, they're like, stop watching my stories. Like, it creeps me out. I don't know like if I'm doing this right. And it's so funny because I literally like I just don't have the time because I don't make the time to check people's stories because it's literally like a rabbit hole. I could be there for hours. So when people like my story or watch my stories, like I reach out to them because I seriously freaking appreciate it. And I know that it takes time and effort to actually look through my stories. You talk to family, talk to friends, dirt friends, college friends, high school friends, neighbors, coworkers. We talked about that. What do you say to them? You have a conversation. So if I was sitting here and I was like, hey girl, like how's your week going? And like talking about work. Oh my gosh, it's so stressful. I completely understand. Like super crazy busy. Oh, by the way, like I have this group kicking off. You should totally just join up with me. Like that's how I talk to people when I'm inviting them and messaging them. I hate like, hi, my name is Megan. I'm a health and fitness coach with Beachbody. I'm running a boot camp. Would you be interested? Like we've all gotten messages from other companies where first of all, they don't even like anything of ours. They just add us on Facebook. And then the next thing you know, like they're in our inbox. I don't do that because that's just not me. So I have a conversation with people. I talk to them, share what's working with you, share like what you're doing, why you feel how you feel. And then just basically like be like, here's what I'm doing. And I always share the example this way. If I go to Target and I come home and I put my shirt on and I take a picture of it, 9 times out of 10, no one cares about the wording. They just say, where did you get your t-shirt? The coaching opportunity, the challenge group opportunity, like boot camps, it's all the same thing. People are like, dang girl, you look freaking amazing. You look so happy. I can see your glow. What are you doing? It's the exact same thing about me wearing a t-shirt and you asking me where I got it from. I got it from Target. It was $12. It's in the sale bin. Hurry up because I only have 2 smalls left. Like that is the exact same thing as coaching. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's the exact same thing. Because I literally will say I will say fitness, I will say nutrition and support and the coaching and the opportunity and like this whole bundle that I've gotten. That's what's gotten me to where I am today. Here it is. It's $160. It's on sale. See if it could be for you. It's the same thing. People just get all butthurt because it's health and fitness versus a t-shirt. Like that's why I just don't, I guess. Okay. So another thing that's super quick is as newer coaches, like I said before, super excited off the get-go, completely understand. If you're not going to post, you're not going to get likes. If you're not going to invite people, you're not going to get people to say yes to you. If you are not going to put yourself out there, like you're just not going to change. And it's coming from somebody who literally told her coach, I'm not messaging people, I'm not posting on social media, and for God's sake, I'm not videotaping myself. Guess what I do every single freaking day? I message people, I take videos of myself, and I post on social media. Like you literally will change and you will go outside of your comfort zone. And I promise you, as scary as it is, it's literally the best thing that's ever happened to me because I've grown so much as a person. I just did a video for Josh Coates because I'm speaking at his event this summer, and we had to talk about our biggest struggle before we became successful in the business. And I literally have held myself back in this business because I'm such a people pleaser. Like I literally do what other people want me to do. I literally follow their opinion or like what they say, or even their like facial expressions. You know, when you say like, is this cute? And someone's like, yeah, it's cute. You're like, nope, I'm changing. Like, that's literally me. I don't have the like self-confidence in myself to walk out in a shirt because I want to wear it because of other people. Like, I worry so much about them. So like the fact that you literally are like running your business and you have to take care of you and like, just making sure that you are showing up, and then like understanding that not everyone is perfect, understanding that people like go outside of their comfort zone, and then basically like you grow, you get more confidence. Jody just did a video, a team call, like she's never done one before, and she freaking rocked it. Like, scary AF, but she stepped outside of her comfort zone, and now she's like, cool, I'm gonna be on the call next week because I feel like it. Like, it's just doing it and then like ripping the Band-Aid off kind of thing. So setting business hours, super important. I work from 7 to 9 at night. That's why our team calls are at 8 p.m. Central Time. I try not to work at all during the day. Sometimes I message coaches back and stuff. But I literally work 7 to 9 at night because I don't have kids, and my husband watches weird TV shows and we don't normally like hang out. So I usually just work from 7 to 9. If you want to, you can totally think about your posts in advance. Some people, I know Jen uses the Plan app, and she can like schedule her posts out like for, I don't know, like a week if she wanted to, and then just post them whenever she needs them. I'm kind of that person who like randomly comes up with a post like after her workout, like, how did my workout make me feel? What objection can I hit? Like that kind of thing. And then at night, it's just really from my personal development or from like life in general. Use a calendar. I use an Erin Condren calendar. It's a teacher calendar. Or you can just use Google. I have it on my phone, and I sync it to my computer, and it literally goes off every night at 6:45 that I have to do my shit at 7. Like, that's literally what it's called. Do your shit, 7 to 9. Like, go work your business. Always ask for help. Google is wonderful. YouTube is awesome. But sometimes you guys asking the question in the pods that we have literally is going to save your life. I had a question the other day about like a Canadian form and stuff. I had no freaking idea. That would have taken me like an hour to go look for it. I just asked one of our Canadian coaches. Boom, answer in like 2 seconds. So like, just understand that your team is here to help you. The pod that I put you in, like the stage 1, stage 2, like, ask questions in there. I promise you that like every single day I will check those pods at least 2 to 3 times. But if you send me a personal message, it might be like a day or 2 until I get back to you. So like, I check those pods intentionally. So if you need something like asking a question in there, I will be there for you. And the reason I like that is because I bet if Sabrina has a question, I bet that like Ashley has the exact same question. So like, that's why I have you in those pods with people who are like you and where you're at in the business. And then just showing up every single day, even if it's once, and then just putting things into action. So the last thing is just believe in your damn self. No explanation needed. So I just want to reiterate, coaching is so freaking simple. The second you make it like complicated, confusing, overwhelming, like you're ruining the whole thing. Like, and it's so crazy because, if you think about anything, you can make anything more complicated than it needs to be. You literally wake up, take care of yourself, be the best person you possibly can be. You do your personal development, whether you're listening to something, whether you're reading something, and you're like sharing your journey on social media, and you're inviting people to the opportunity. Like, that's literally all you have to do as a coach. And that's literally like what's going to help you be successful. It's super basic, super simple. Like the photo, the lighting, the wording, all of that stuff, you're overcomplicating it. Just talk. Just share what you're feeling. Talk about your journey. Share a picture of yourself. Like, this and that. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I'm not perfect. None of my photos are perfect. Some people, basically what I want people to do is come to my page and say like, I relate to you because of XYZ, not, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. Like, that's the difference I want. I want people to be like, what do you do? Like, I feel like all you do is like take pictures and like work out and stuff. Like, what do you actually do? Like, that's what I want people to ask me, because if I'm like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, I work out, here's my Shakeology, like, no one would want to join me anyways. And I wouldn't want to join myself. So as coaches, like, don't make it super complicated. Every day, wake up, 2 posts a day, send invites and messages from your posts, talk to people that you know, get the wheel kind of started. And then it's just consistency over time. So if you work super hard for a week, that's awesome. But your fruits of labor are not going to come until like 2-3 weeks down the road. It's the same thing as your fitness journey. Okay. So day 1 of 21 Day Fix, you're not going to have abs until day 21 of 21, if that makes sense. So in your business, when you start today, I send out 10 invites today. I sent 10 invites out tomorrow. I send 10 invites the next day. Nobody's signing up with me. Guess what? They're waiting, and they'll be signing up with you in a couple of days. You just have to give it time. Some people get people right away. Some people, it takes a little bit longer. That's when you reflect on your posting. You reflect on how you're talking to people. You reflect on your journey, what you're looking for, how you're asking for it. But I promise you this, if you're posting on social media 2 times a day and you're inviting like 10 people a day, there is no way you will not be successful. And I will promise you that, because consistency over time seriously will pay off. She's not on this call because she is busy with her babe, but Karina is literally like living and breathing proof of that. She showed up, she sent invites and messages and everything for, I don't even know. I feel like it was like weeks, and no one would sign up with her. Like no one was interested. She was just building her page. And like the next day, like she was like halfway to diamond. It like just happened overnight. Another coach that we have, she signed up, and like the next day she was like almost diamond. Like some people are different than other people, and that's totally fine. It's just your market and who you're reaching out to and stuff. But just understand that, like, head down in your own lane. As long as you're consistent over time, you will be successful. And I promise you that, because everybody on this call is going to be like living proof of that. So I talked forever. I'm going to give you any other time. Ask any questions you have, anything that you're like, holy crap. I will share the recording so you can go back and kind of look through. I just literally wanted it to just like kind of like soak in a little bit. Yeah, does that, I don't know. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Anything you can type in the chat. You can unmute yourself, do whatever. If you have questions, I need to get a drink of water.
Can you hear me? Yeah. My question was more so about, obviously you signed me up as a working coach. I've just never done Beachbody before. So what's expected of me, I guess, in the first, like you said, like tomorrow is our Monday, but I'm so used to tomorrow being Thursday, end of week, not starting anything new on a Thursday. So I'm just wondering, as far as like posting or being like a really active coach, is that after your 21-day period, after you do your own challenge so you can figure it out, or, you know, have some experience? Because if I start posting, yes, I can share my journey, but if I start trying to recruit people before I even try Beachbody, I just feel like, you know, but you were saying that, well, if you don't post like right away, you just never will.
Right.
And so I'm just wondering, is that like after you try it out, or?
So every coach's journey is completely different. One of my best friends, her name is Yolanda. She actually signed up because she was already super fit and was always in the gym. And she literally like reminded me of you when I like saw you, because I was like, I know you go to the gym. I know you already know fitness and stuff. She signed up, didn't even know what the challenge pack was, didn't even know what Shakeology was. Like she just signed up because she wanted the coaching opportunity. And she just started like day 1, I'm doing this workout, and she didn't talk about Beachbody at all. She didn't share like 21 Day Fix or whatever. She literally just showed up and was like, day 1 of this new journey, day 2 of this new journey, like showed the 21 days, shared her results as she was going along. She said by day 7, people were like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I want to do what you're doing. And I think as newer coaches, you feel like you have to go through 30 days of like a program, 30 days of this product or whatever, to know everything. But it's funny because at the end of the 30 days, you're like, you had the experience, but like you don't necessarily like know everything. Like right now, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should wait until I do this before I like talk about it. So like a brand new program launch, for an example, Morning Meltdown 100 is coming out, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to be blowing it up and talking about it, even though I've never actually done it myself. However, you get like free trials to try a program, but you have other people who have tried it. You have other people who can give you their opinion. So I think for you as a coach, you just signed up today, so congrats, by the way. But like, I would just say like dive into the coaching part of it, because you can start that today, tomorrow, the next day. You don't even have to like, I don't know, be drinking your Shakeology right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you can start coaching. You know, like I think people have the ability to coach even if they're not Beachbody coaches. Like you just have that fitness aspect of it. So maybe if you just started sharing your fitness part of it and then talking more about like leading with the opportunity. And then once you like get your beach bars or whatever and stuff, you know, you can kind of like be plugging that in too. But then as a coach, like some of my girls just use Performance Line, some just use Shakeology. And so like if someone would say like, hey, I'm looking for weight loss, well, I only use Performance Line. So I can still offer them Shakeology because I understand like importance of it, or like, you know, like understand what it is and stuff. So it's really just being like knowledgeable, like being able to talk about it, I guess, versus being like, I'm doing this, so you have to do this. Because I actually, when I first started, I only did Shakeology. And then when I signed my husband up, that's when I started using both. But when I talk to people, it's about them and their goals first. And then if they're like weight loss, I put them in this category. If they're tightening, toning, I put them in this category. If they're just workouts, and you know, you can just kind of like place them. Jen said you can share about the thoughts and process that brought you to this opportunity. You're here for a reason. That can definitely help people. So you could talk about the support. You could talk about like the vision. You can talk about like the team aspect, and like, I don't want to say like I bugged the crap out of you, but I literally was like, girl, you need a coach. Like I saw that you had it in you, if that makes sense. So maybe just talking about that and like looking for your person, and you could build coaches from that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, like Yolanda's she's not much of a challenge group recruiter. She's a coach recruiter, which is good. It's not a bad thing. And that definitely can be you too. You know, especially with like the plant-based Recover that they just came out with. Like I ordered it. I've never had it before. And people are like, oh my God, is it good? I'm like, I don't know. I've never had it before, but I ordered it. And they're like, okay, I'm going to order it too. Like, I don't know. It's just, they want to know what you're doing. They're going to do what you're doing kind of thing. So if you have knowledge and you understand and you're standing behind it, I guess. But for you, definitely just like find some stuff that you love doing, go through some of the programs, like just try different workouts just so you have an idea of them. You know, find a way that you can like plug it into what it is you do now, because you're going to reach a lot of gym people, a lot of fitness people, because that's who you like come off as, if that makes sense.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Freaking day one. She's already like, by the way, we have a team call tonight. Congrats. Welcome to the team. Does anybody else have any questions at all? Anything that we can help you with? Anything burning? Nobody? Anybody? Okay. It's okay if you guys don't. So I'm going to share the recording with you guys. I know it's kind of seems like a lot of information, I guess, at once. But the thing is, like, the only way you can feel overwhelmed is if you just don't do anything. So like, get off the call and like make a plan. What am I going to do tomorrow that's different than what I did today? So if I was a new coach hopping off this call, I would say, what are the things I should be doing as a coach? There's 4 things. Wake up and take care of myself. Make sure I'm listening or doing some sort of personal development, share my journey somehow on like social media to people around me. And then like that inviting process will come once you start sharing that opportunity with people. That's pretty much like what you can take away from this call, I guess. The signing people up, the bundles, what to say, all that stuff, it comes as you go. Like it will start as you're beginning. But once you start having conversations, Kelsey and Melissa actually did this. They screenshotted their conversations and they're like, what should I say back to this? That is freaking perfect. If you aren't quite sure, if you're like have questions, the only thing, like put it in the pod so other people can read your conversation and then they can read suggestions just so you can kind of like get an idea of like how to explain it, how to talk to this. I've created some guides just to help organize your life and stuff. So I really just want you to promise that you're going to focus on yourself. I know it sounds selfish as a coach, but focus on you Like pick a program, stick with it, share your journey from like day one to day whatever, show your transformations weekly, show whatever, share the team aspect, share that you're a coach. You don't have to go out and be like, my name's Sabrina, I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, please don't do that. I might ask you to like leave the team. But like, share you, like figure out what makes you weird, like what makes you different than everyone else on the call, and like go have fun with it. Go be weird. keep it weird. But that's literally like, coaching should be fun. Obviously it's hard work. Obviously you're going to be messaging. Obviously you're going to be doing things you're not super comfortable with, but you guys, like, I literally don't feel like I'm working. Like I taught all day today. I got home at 4:30 and I've been sitting here since 7:00, and I literally just feel like I sat down. Like, it gives me energy to work this business because I've organized myself and I know what I want to do and I know why I'm sitting here. So make a plan of action, what you're going to do tomorrow when you wake up different than what you did today. If you need help with starting posting, ask it in the pod. I'm more than willing to help you. I'm not perfect, but I will give you my advice. If you need help with like pictures or posting or anything, ask it in the pod. Or honestly, like Pinterest is my secret sauce. Like that's where I get a lot of photo ideas. Wording, I get a lot of it from my personal development, a lot of it from music, a lot of it from emotions, a lot of it from objections from people, that kind of thing. So that's where I get a lot of my wording and stuff from. And you'll notice you'll just kind of create your own brand as you go. So it's okay to like check out other coaches and look at what they're doing, but then go to your page and then be you. Don't be you plus that person. Just be you. Like, that's it. So, okay. All right. I'm excited that, we have a lot of like rock stars, a lot of different aspects of coaching, different aspects of people on here. So I'm excited to see where the months ahead lie. So for us, it's May 22nd? Yeah, May 22nd. So let's see, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31. So there's 31 days in May. Okay, that's totally a teacher, sorry. So we have a little over a week. I would love, since tomorrow is obviously like our Monday for Beachbody, I would love by next week to like make sure all of our brand new coaches are at Emerald and like pushing beyond that. So I want us to literally like make a list, like 1 through 5, like number it 1 through 5. And I want you to focus on trying to fill that list of 1 through 5 with people who are interested in joining you for the May 27th boot camp. It's set up for you, posters scheduled. You just have to get people in there, get them started the way you did with that fitness bundle, ask them about their goals, figure out what they need from you as a coach. Talk to them about the challenge pack, see if it's something that they would want to do, get them into the challenge group. If you can sign them as a discount coach, that would be awesome to help you get to Emerald and beyond so you can start cycling. But that's kind of my goal. I like my coaches to get to Emerald within a week, just so then that way, like I told you before, kind of like creates that FOMO and then you just kind of keep pushing. Because I feel like once you get content, that's when your business kind of goes like this. So we want to help you just like push out the gate. So 1 through 5, try to find 5 babes from now until May 31st, get them in the challenge group, try to get them started the same way you did, discount coach challenge pack if you can, if it's what's good for them and their goals. And then let's get you to Emerald by a week from now. So then that way you wake up next week, Thursday, Emerald coach, said and done. Okay. All right.